Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you haven't been here yet, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. And thought today I'd just jump on and do some altered paper clips. I know everybody does paper clips, but you know, they're fun to do, nice to have on hand. You can use them in your journals or in your books if you're reading. Just use it as a little page marker or anything like that. There's another one I can show. We'll just start off by showing you my examples. This one here I made years ago. It's just scrapbook paper with some snowflakes and a little gem. This one is just scrapbook paper and well, this was a digital made to look like a stamp, so I thought that went on there. He didn't get a little gem. Maybe I forgot. Then just this with a little flower and a gem. And this one here, this one and this one, these are stamps that I got from Temu. And the birds and the flowers. And I got plants. And they're kind of small, so I thought using the book pages as a background just made them look pretty good. Gives you a little bit more substance to go with your stamps. And this one here I backed with a little piece of packaging because the book paper is just so thin. And I just added some little gems, little sparklies with them. And I thought they turned out well. These paper clips are just inside of the paper. Paper's glued together. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I have different kinds. We'll just start off with the little ones. I'm sure you all know how to put them together, but these little ones, I didn't ink them, and I'm not going to. They're just kind of small. I just used my pinking shears and just cut the bottoms off to make them look a little fancier. When you put it on, you want to make sure that the little short side inside is where you hook your paper clip over, or hook the paper clip over the paper. And then you have the other side where it'll stick out and grab onto your page a little bit better. And when I do this, I make sure I put glue on my paper clip also, because if you don't, the paper clip will just slide around on your paper. And then it doesn't hold very good. So we'll just glue this shut. And this flower that I'm going to put on this one, long time ago, I took some fabric, put on my printer, and I just scanned the fabric. So I made scrapbook paper out of it. So I thought it worked real well. I like the colors in it. And I come across it here again just a while back, and I'm like, well, cool, I can do something with that. So I thought the little flowers just made cute little paper clips, because you don't always need a big paper clip. Sometimes you just need a little small one. And they work well. After we glue these, and depending on which way you want your paper clip to slide on your page is how, you know, which direction you'll put it on. If you want it to slide from right to left, then you'll do it that way. If you want it to slide from left to right, then you'll make sure that this is the front of your paper clip. So you just have to decide that when you're getting ready to glue it. as to which way you want it to go. This was just something different, a relaxing little project. It was fun because you can just do it with scraps. It's fun to use up your scraps. It's good to use up your scraps, but when you start digging through, you know, all of your papers and your scraps that you have put back, sometimes you even forget what you have. So it's good to see all this different stuff. Some of this paper I've had for years. Didn't even really remember having them. So it's good to get them out and use them. And when you slide it through, you're going to slide the top part of your paper through. Otherwise, it goes on backwards. And some of these might not be cut precise, but that's okay. It's just scrap. And if you know, you get some of the little edges where your white is showing, you can just ink them up a little bit. Because that also looks good. And then I thought these flowers here went really with, you know, any color paper. It's just a mix and match thing. It doesn't have to match. That's for sure. It can just be a scrappy little craft. I just like taking a bunch of stuff and just putting it together. And we'll turn this one to go this way. We have a couple going the other way. I didn't really measure these. So let's see. I don't like smacking the camera. This one is just over 3/4 inches wide. As long as they fit the paper clip, you can make them as wide or as narrow as you want them. And then for wintertime, I like to make these little paper clips with the snowflakes on. And pretty soon that time's going to be here before we know it. Now that we got the little ones done, I'm just going to put a little gem in the center of each one. Let's see. I think that one will look good there. And these little things just come from the Dollar Tree. I'm almost out of them. I have to go see if they have more. I like using these. Just makes it fun. Put a blue one in the center of that one. And this could also be like a mass make thing. You can make up like all of your like paper clips. Get so many of them put away, and if you're going to put gems on them, then just go ahead and put your gems on when you get done doing that. And then move on to the next ones. They go really fast. That just goes with the background paper. Let's see. And then I like that one on there. So we'll just put this color on it. And there we go, and them are our small ones. So we'll move them aside. Now on some of these I have little notes made so I remember what to do with them, what to put on them. These ones here are just some more of my the things that I put the birds and the plants on. And these ones are bigger, so I put these on the bigger paper clips. I was going to try to stack them, but I couldn't get the paper to lay right over the paper clip, so I don't know if somebody has a comment on, you know, how you can stack the paper to make it sit. I have one up there that I'm going to do, and I kind of cut the paper to put it in as a background piece because I used white paper. Oh, that was this one right here. So I just couldn't figure that one out. And then we're just going to do a plant with the book paper on this one. And after I get these put on, we'll just add some bling to these also. I just went ahead and pre-cut these because, you know, it's just easier and faster for me to cut the stuff out in advance and have it ready to go. And just kind of make sure your edges are even. Now on this one I have some, I think this is supposed to be blue, but I'm not real sure if it's a blue or a bluish green. Yeah, it's kind of a bluish green color. But we'll just go ahead and highlight this up a little bit, make it stand out a little more. I should have done that on the top before I glued it on there. And we can just, and I already glued the birds and the flowers on the paper. I wasn't real sure if I was going to ink around them or not, but, you know, you can change your mind in midstream. That's the fun of it, I guess. So we're just going to glue him on there. He stands out with that ink. I have to look around and find me some different colored inks. I have a few, but I don't have a real big selection, and I'd like to try to find some more. I like all of the different pretty colors. And then I just tied a bow, a piece of ribbon in a bow, and thought we would just add that on the top of this one. Let me see, which way am I going with this? Make sure I got it the right way. I guess this is the way. And then before we try to slip that on the page, we just have to make for sure that the bow is dry. So he looks cute. And then I'm not sure. Maybe we'll go ahead and ink this one. I inked around that one while I was getting it prepared, because I wasn't really sure if it was going to turn out right. So I didn't know I was going to ink this one, otherwise I could have inked around the book paper, but that's okay. That just highlights it a little bit. Now on this one, I'm just going to glue this yellow bow on there. That goes good with the yellow and the paper. Make sure I put it on the right way. That's the back. I'll just set that on top of the plant. And when you're putting it on the page, you know, you just might have to move the little piece of ribbon out of the way. But that's cute. Makes it different. And this one was just a white piece of paper because I was just kind of messing around. So I glued this one inside because I really didn't know, you know, how to make the other background show. Like I said, I wanted to stack it, but it just seemed too heavy for my paper. So I'm just going to kind of glue this so it stays off to the side. I might only glue it about halfway. And that'll just leave some of that, you know, loose. And I think that'll look all right. And I'm just going to put this flower on there. We'll just have to add a little bling to this one. I just like the way these look on the back of the paper, or on the, with the paper in the background on the front of the paper. Let me see. Probably put one in the center of his pot just to dress that up a little bit. Not sure if I want any more on or not. Looks kind of plain. I think I'll wait on it. I'll think about that one. So there's them three. We'll set them aside. Okay, so next we have these. I'll just bring some over here, a couple at a time. These ones are just some cut out circles with some snowflakes on. And you know, even though them colors aren't in this paper, well, some of these colors, you know, match pretty good, but it doesn't really matter. That's the fun of it, just to create. I'd also ask if you like my video, if you would like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, if you would subscribe. I'd like to see my channel grow. And if you could stay till the end of the video, that'll also help my channel. YouTube likes to see that. Now I already, oh, that one come up a little bit. I already glued the snowflakes on. Let me see where I want to place them before I glue them down. And if you haven't visited my channel before now, I have a little series going on about a journal that I'm putting together. I just do like a page or two It's been like a page or two a week. I haven't got it going any faster than that, but I try to jump on with a couple or so little videos in between just to keep it, you know, exciting, something different. And then this one seems like the butterfly might be a little bit big, but I think he looks good on here. The next project I want to do with paper clips are the hidden paper clips. I really like them. Let me bend up his wings a little bit. I have a couple other things that I'm working on. I just ask that you stay tuned for it. Now on him, I'm going to give him a couple little antennas. Like to give my butterflies antennas. And there he is. I just put him at an angle. Looks like he's flying. And we're going to do this one, and on this one I cut a little piece of yep, I know what it's called. But anyway, while I'm thinking about what that's called, always slips my mind when I want to say it. But anyway, it's tulle. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering tulle. Now these kind of especially want to make sure these heavier paper clips get quite a bit of glue on them. Now I figured on this, it doesn't really show up, but it just gives it a little extra something something. So I'm just going to smear a little bit of glue around on here. Just put the tool down. I only have this in white also. I'd like to get some different colors in this. You know, some that show up just a little bit better. And then this is just some flowers. Thought it went well with the color of the banner flag. I like irises. I used to have oodles of them in my flower garden. Then I'm just going to use these little, I don't know where my little scissors are, these little gems, and put one in the center of each flower, just to give it a little bling, because we like bling. Just kind of highlights the center of the flower a little bit. Makes it look better. Okay, that one looks pretty cute. And then in the center of our butterfly, I'm going to put this yellow gem. Now these have sticky on them, but they don't stick very well. Unless you don't want them to stick to your fingers. They stick to my fingers pretty good, but they come off of the paper. So we'll just stick that there. And that just highlights him a little bit. And then over here, I'm just going to grab, let me see, what do I want? think on one of them I want to do a red. Let's see, what is this? Oh, I had a red one out. Let's see, I think that one goes good there. And the blue goes good there. We'll just do blue and red and green. How's that? Put that in the center. Put that there. What has everybody else been making? I'd like to put a comment below. I like to read comments. Let me know what you've been making. Have any comments on paper clips? That would be interesting. I'd like to hear them. There, and I think them look pretty good. So there's them three. So we'll move them aside. I have glue on my fingers. Everything is sticking to my fingers. Let me just wipe my fingers off here real quick. I made sure I got a baby wipe before I started. Okay. Now this one is just another one on the big paper clip. So I'm just going to glue this down. Good to make all different sizes. Sometimes you need small ones, but other times it's nice to have the ones that are a little bit bigger on hand. We'll do this side. This is the side that's up the right way. And then I just have a little tag. I really can't read what it says. Let me see how I want to set it. Just set it like this. These were just some digitals that I have. Just set this at a little bit of an angle. We'll set our butterfly on him. I really like these butterflies. I like the colors of them. Okay, and then we'll give him his antennas so he can see where he's flying. And then, what kind of gem do we want on him? I think the little gold one, maybe the big gold one. I think the big gold one looks better. So we'll do this one. Doesn't really take long to make these. Probably the longest part is just cutting everything out and getting it ready. They go together pretty fast. This one I made a little note as to where I'm supposed to put my my lace in that. Now this paper clip is one where it folds up from the bottom. You just put your paper clip inside, you put the small side inside, And then you just fold it up and glue it. Make sure you put glue. Some people put tape over their paper clip. And make sure I have plenty of glue around it. Just hold it in place. And then these just, you can hook it to the side or the top, either one. Doesn't matter. After we get all done, I'll hook some on page to see, so we can see what they look like. Just smear some glue across here. Try to even out my lace, and then I can trim it. Make sure I have the right side up. Some of this lace is kind of hard to tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side. And then I'll just let that hang off a little bit. Must have took my little scissors in the other room. Just trim these off even. Now this, I didn't glue this down, and that's fine. It can hang like that. And then we're just going to set this butterfly in the center of it, and I think that really goes good there. This is probably one of my favorite paper clips. I really like the colors in him also. But you know, even if you only have scraps, you have a few paper clips, it doesn't matter. You can still make paper clips. Let's see. Okay, now this one here has orange. I'm going to put orange on it. You don't have to have a lot of scrapbook paper or anything like that to make stuff. You can do it out of scraps. Little odds and ends. There. I think them turned out good. I like both of them. Okay, now this one. Take my little note off of there. Wipe my fingers off again because I'm getting glue all over them. Now this one is another one like that. Just has the paper clip inside. So we're just going to glue around the paper clip. Glue it shut. And this one is another one. I just put it on the book paper, book page, book paper, whatever. I think I'll ink around this one a little bit. I inked him dark. Maybe I should ink the outside of this one dark. So we'll do that. We'll do that one in brown. There. Now, what we can do, because this is glue, I mean, this is the fold, but it doesn't matter because there's glue there. We can take the pinking shears and just cut along that bottom edge, Just makes it a little bit fancier. Just gives your paper clip a little bit different look. And we'll just go ahead and glue this on. And I had this bow already tied. This is just a glittery type bow. So I'm going to put that up on top. I like to periodically just sit and tie some bows so when I get ready I can just put them on whatever my project is. And then, oh, I might better hold that one a minute. Hopefully this glue glues the glittery stuff. Let me just angle this because that's a little too long. I'll angle this side. Just move these out of the way. Okay, I think that'll be all right. And then, let me see, do I want to put one? I think I'll put one of them up there. I like to use Fabri-Tac because it seems to glue most everything. Depending on what it is, it may have to sit for a minute. You might have to hold it, but can't really say that I've seen anything that... I have a glue string somewhere. I haven't seen anything that I haven't been able to glue with it yet. Now I want to see if I want to put something across there. I think as long as I have the bling up there, we'll just leave that go. And that one looks good. So there's them three. So a lot of different styles. Now let's see. We only have 3 more to go. So like I say, they're going by pretty fast. Okay, so we'll do this one next. So I just have the paper clip inside again, and it's going sideways. Let me clean my glue off of my bottle. So see, they can go sideways, they can go up and down. It doesn't matter. It's however you want to make them. This little bird and flower just took up a little bit more space, so, and I like them together. And I think it'll work well as a paper clip. And it's bigger, it'll make a statement. So he'll just sit on there like that. So we'll glue him down. And even if they hang off a little bit, that doesn't matter. It's just with this one, because it was so flimsy, it hung off too far. I had to stabilize it a little bit. But other than that, if it hangs off of your paper a little bit, that's just fine. Now let me see, what do I want to glitz this up with? I think I want to put that big yellow one right in the center of that. And that looks good. And I'm going to do the same thing with the edges of this. I'm just going to use my pinking shears, cut the ends. And after you cut the ends, you just want to check to make for sure that they're still glued good. Now, I don't know. Do I want to set a little blue one down here? I think so. I'll set a blue one down there. Maybe one in the opposite side too. Just to gussy it up a little bit. And then I think the other one up there. And I think this will look good. I just hope everyone is enjoying my video. I have a lot of fun doing these videos. There we go, I think he looks good. Now these are a little bit different. These were just made off of tabs. So I just put some more of that tulle and a ribbon on it. Put some lace on the back of it. This one I just put some lace and some of the little gems, and this is the applique, and I put lace across the back of it. And then we're going to make these hang. Now this is some of that notebook paper that I printed on, so I'm going to use that as the hanging thing, and then just some music paper. And all I'm going to do is glue the papers together. And I'm going to glue it right up to the paper clip to make for sure that it doesn't slide around. And then by gluing these together also makes this paper a little stiffer, because this is just notebook paper, but it'll work just fine with the with holding the fancy jobby for the paper clip. And then we're just going to go so far down onto the back of it. We're going to leave it up far enough so it can be seen. So I'll just glue like right around in here. And these ones I had already inked, because I made these a while back just to have as an ephemera. Get ephemera made up, and then when you find other things that you can use it for, you just grab it out. And I think that looks good. And we're not going to hold it by the paper clip till that dries a little bit though. And then the same thing with this one. I'm just going to glue this paper together. And then we're just going to go down so far on the back of this so it hangs up there. Just make sure you get it sit in your paper clip the way you want it before the glue dries. So we'll just only go so far down. And then we'll glue this right on the back. Try to get it in the center. So you take one piece of ephemera and you make it into another. And that works well. Okay, so now while them are sitting there drying a little bit, we'll just grab the journal over here and we'll see what some of them look like on the pages. We'll just set this back here a little bit. Move this out of the way. So this guy, you can just slide right down over the paper. And he looks good there. This one just slides on the side. And we have to turn the page now. We need another page. This one here just slides down over the top. And they slide on really easy. The little ones work for good little spots. You know, if you just need to mark some little thing. I think they all turned out really nice. You just have to kind of, you know, bend your paper clip a little bit to get it to cooperate there. Once you get it going, it goes right on. And I think that looks good. And let me see another one here. We can do this one on the back of this. And that just slides on there nice. So I think all in all, it all turned out well. I just hope everybody enjoyed it. And I just ask again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, just go on and subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. And I just hope you enjoyed today's video. Before we go, we'll see what this one looks like hanging. He's just going to go off to the side, just like that. And then he'll stick out just like a little tab. So there we go. So that was my video for today. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And stop back in and see me again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.